Um, Today we are going to talk about the energized instruments used in dissection techniques. These instruments are either monopolar, bipolar, or harmonic. So we begin with the monopolar instruments. Among the monopolar instruments, the most common instrument is the monopolar hook. This is what we call the monopolar hook. It has a sharp end and a heel. This is the heel of the hook. This is the tip of the hook. It is usually well insulated with this white part of it, very well insulated, basically to avoid transmission of energy from the tip of the hook onto the shaft of the hook. Monopolar instruments can cause very bad remote injuries, especially if you've lost insulation over the shaft. So they have to be well protected by this part here, which absorbs all the energy. The monopolar hook is basically used in several tasks of dissection. You can use the hook alone to dissect through tissues, peritoneum, fascia. It can also be used to do colpotomy for gynecologists if you want to open into the vault. It is also improvised and used for variant drilling sometimes. And then you can also use the heel of a hook for fulguration. Very important instrument, and it's one of those you should have. Then we have another instrument here called a spatula. A spatula is also a monopolar instrument. It has the heel of the spatula and the tip of the spatula, which is usually smooth. And the spatula can also be used for fulguration, especially in endometriosis. We use the base of the spatula to fulgurate those lesions with monopolar energy. But you can also use the spatula, the sharp end of the spatula, for dissection through tissues. For example, if you don't have a monopolar hook, then you can use a spatula to go through tissue dissections. It is another important instrument on your trolley. Then you have this other instrument here for the gynecologists. This is called a Pco needle. A Pco needle. Used for variant drilling in patients with cystic ovaries. It has a very tiny, sharp tip, and that tip helps to drive energy through the ovary without causing much monopolar collateral damage. So you hold the needle like this, you put your cable here, and when you press down, it brings out the sharp tip. So as if you're working, you set your energy to around 40. You don't want to use too much energy on the ovary. You fire the hook, step on the pedal for about 4 seconds, and be able to drill about 4 holes inside the cysts of the ovary. So this is an instrument for ovarian drilling. You can also improvise and use it for other things, like some sharp dissections, but it's essentially used for ovarian drilling. Then we have this very important gadget called the bipolar. I love bipolar because bipolar, unlike monopolar, is a very good hemostat. We shall discuss more about bipolar in our session of energy sources.